All right, this is your market recap for May 21st, 2025. Today we played bearish. The weekly, we finally reacted off this weekly sell side imbalance. Most of the damage was done in the afternoon, well, actually late lunch. So I do think our target is this weekly inverse sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency high. So if we go down to the hourly time frame, we can see we played bullish AM session, and the reason for that, I believe, is because here I have it circled on the lower time frame to help it point out more. But here we have a high resistance liquidity run, right? So price is going down, but it's having an extremely hard time, right? That this decrease right here is caused by this up here, right? We swept this high once, twice, but barely. So we started going downwards. It's taken a lot of effort for price to come down. We hit this hourly inverse. The reason why this one is the one it reacts to is because one, boom, fair value up there, validated once to the downside. So if we extend that, we can see it reacts nicely, and it also has nice closures on the lower time frames. And we can see that price reacts off that, and then 930 comes, shoot all the way up here, clearing out these relative equal highs, failing to get this, which is leaving really nice relative equal highs for us to get later. And then we tank in one candle, taking out this low and then this low down here. So if I go down to the 15-minute, here we go. I circled this as a high resistance liquidity run. You can see just the back and forth price action where price wanted to go down, but it came up, wanted to go down, but it came up. It took the lows and it didn't take the highs. You can see it's just like it's going down, but it's really struggling. And it finally comes down here. Again, look at the closures on constant encroachment of this hourly SIBI inverse. Boom, right there, perfect. And we get an expansion upwards, breaking above this high. So this is technically a market structure shift, right? This hourly inverse, boom, broke this high, retrace. We have this 15-minute. Price closes slightly outside of it. But I think that's within reason. And then we just expand straight out of that, coming to take up these relative equal highs here. Again, failing to take out this high over here. And then we just literally dump all the way down. The entirety of AM session and half of lunch session taken out by two, well, technically three candles, but take out this low, do a little bit of nothing, and then last hour of trading takes us down below this low over here. On the 5-minute, not candle, 5-minute time frame, you can see another inverse here that price reverses off of. Boom, so we have fair value up right here, validated, right? If we extend this, look at the closures, right, on constant encroachment. Validated there, we come above it, right, close above it, and then price eventually, after taking this high over here, comes all the way down to that. And you ask yourself, why this one? Well, we know that price has to retrace to at least equilibrium, right? And so if we know that, we also know that if price barely sweeps something like this, it likes to retrace pretty low. And apart from this 15-minute, which does stay respected, there's this 5-minute inverse that's already validated that we want to come down and touch, or want to allow for it to come down and touch, and we do that. And if you look here, this is kind of exactly what is happening on the hourly time frame. We had an expansion, and it's taken its time coming down, and it comes down deep because we had a shallow sweep. Now, if we go back to the hourly, you can see that here. We had an expansion, barely swept this high, and it's taken its time coming back, and look how deep we retrace right here. I may have the golden zone. Jeez, what am I trying to do? That's not what I'm trying to do. It's right there. Okay, so that doesn't do anything. But, wait, actually, let's undo the undo. That might have done something. Not really. Okay, so just ignore that. But we can see, here's equilibrium. But since we swept this super shallow, it comes way deeper than that. Yeah. So it's really the same thing. Price is fractal, right? So the same things happen on every time frame. And this is almost exactly what's happening on the hourly time frame. But we react off this 5-minute inverse upwards. Again, another 5-minute inverse. Nice concentrated encroachment reactions, validates it. Come up, close up here, price comes down, taps perfectly. If we look at the high over here, 321.75, the low of this candle, 321.50. Perfect, just enough to get filled before shooting up one more time, taking out this high, consolidating, right, distorting price for about an hour. And then the macro pushes us higher to this high, right, taking out this liquidity here. Again, failing to take this one, we reverse again during this macro there, and that takes us all the way down here to these lows. We take out this low, right? Take out this low, lunch ends, algorithm kicks back in, kind of do a whole lot of nothing, and then last hour of trading kind of works its magic and takes out these lows in this one down there. On the 1 minute, there's really not much more. Again, 5-minute inverse. This 5-minute does nothing. Yeah, 5-minute inverse reaction, nice expansion, all within the 15-minute. Perfect. Expand up, close. 5-minute comes back down. I believe it's here. Yeah, comes here, taps it, and then expands higher. We also have an SMT of these lows. So we took out this high and consolidated. And then we had an SMT of these lows, meaning ES came all the way down here. Took out this low. Now, if I was watching at the time, this would 100% be a buy because this SMT was pretty large because as you can see, it's a very, 62 handles worth of an SMT minimum. So that's pretty significant in my opinion. So we expand here. So 1 minute fair value gap. This could have been taken. It's also during the macro, so we like that. Take that, targeting this high, these highs here, and this high here, but that wouldn't have gotten hit. Then we have this higher time frame SMT between these highs and over here. Again, during the macro starts the reversal, but unfortunately it kind of goes way too fast for us, or at least for me, to feel comfortable taking anything here. Take out this low, algorithm ends. Come back up. This is the move of the day, right? I'm trying to think in terms of power of 3, but it's not entirely working for me. Yeah, this move is just so much larger than an AM session. Kind of shows that we also swept this low down here, and we continued. So that shows that we're looking to take out more. We retrace up perfectly to the weekly sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency low, and then we come back down lower and lower, finally taking out this low down here. Now, as far as the future goes, I do think we want to seek this weekly inverse sell side imbalance, buy side inefficiency. The reason for that is, one, tried to take this high once, twice, failed. So that started the high resistance liquidity run, which reacted off here. We came to clean up these highs here, failed to take this high, and then immediately shot all the way down. And we have all of this messy price action here. I think this is going to be a clean boom down here, tap into this, and then play bullish. Really high time frame, but shorter high time frame. Definitely looking for this to be a target of the week. But that could all change based off of what we see tonight and going to tomorrow morning. So, yeah, this has been your market recap for May 21st, 2025.